Hey guys, Sam here from Set Sail Studios, and in this video we're going to take a closer look at my Neo Retro font pack, and we're going to recreate the front cover image in Photoshop. Okay, so here's the Neo Retro font on the Set Sail Studios website. As you can see, it's pretty funky, kind of 90s, early 2000s inspired font, very vibrant colours, a bit over the top, but you know, it's good fun. So we're going to install the text effects, install the patterns, install the font, and then recreate this front cover image here. So your download will contain these 5 folders, and the OTF and TTF folders will include the font. So we're going to install the font simply just by double clicking on the font and then clicking on install font. So do that for all 3 files here. I've already installed the font, so I'm not going to click that, but I haven't installed the text styles yet. So this is a weird one. You just double click the ASL file, and if you have Photoshop open, it will open Photoshop, but it doesn't tell you anything. But the text styles are installed, and it's the same for the patterns. Just double click the PAT file, and those are installed as well. I'll show you how to use them in a minute. So let's get started with the background color. So it's kind of a very vibrant yellowy kind of neon yellow. So just select the paint bucket tool and then click in the document, and then we're going to type out the Neo Retro text. So select the type tool and click in the document, and then we still have that yellow color selected, so I'm going to change that to black. And I have the Neo Retro icons font selected, so that's wrong as well. So we're going to change that to Neo Retro font in the font menu, which is in the character panel, and it's also at the top horizontal bar up here. So I'm going to write out Neo, and I'm just going to tighten the kerning a little bit here in the character panel just by reducing the tracking. That looks good. So I'm going to duplicate that layer in the layers panel, right click and duplicate, and then I'm going to select the move tool just to move it down, just so we keep the same font and the same size. And then using the type tool, I'm just going to edit that text and change it to retro. And again, the tracking, so the O, I'm going to make that a capital O, and I'm going to change it to the Neo Retro Alt font. And again, I'm going to just tighten up the kerning a little bit on those middle letters. That looks cool. So just select the little tick button at the top when you're happy. And then there's a little underscore here. This is from the icons font, so I'm going to duplicate the text layer again, and whoops, move the text layer down, get the type tool, highlight it, and so every letter so I'm going to change it to the Neo Retro icons font, and every letter you type will generate a different icon. So I know that the underscore is capital A, B, C, D, E, F, I think, 6 of them, yeah. So I want to use this one, which is capital D, and then I'm going to move that up a bit, and I'm going to select the rectangular marquee tool and then right click and free transform, just because I want to change the shape of this underscore kind of swash thing underline. So just holding shift, and I'm just moving it around to fit it in nicely there. That looks cool. So I want to move the whole text, the 3 text layers together. So in the layers panel, I'm going to select the top text layer and then hold shift and select the bottom one, so all 3 of them are selected, and then using the rectangular marquee tool, right click, free transform, and then just kind of play around with it until I'm kind of happy with the positioning. I think that looks good to me. So if you remember, we installed those text styles, so we're going to apply those now to the text, and they can be applied just with a single click, which is really cool. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to join these layers together. So we could merge the layers, right click and where's merge layers gone? I think we have to rasterize the type and then right click, yeah, and then merge layers. So that's one way you can do it. So I'm going to go back, but because I want to keep them text layers, I'm going to just put them all in a group. So select the group icon down here to create a new group, and then we can apply the text styles to the whole group. So go to Window and then go to Styles, and if you see here the Neo Retro text styles, this is because we double clicked and we've already installed them from the download. So yeah, there's 6 of them here, and this first one, Neo Retro 1, is the style that I used on the front cover image. So yeah, you just one click and you can try all these different fun text styles. They obviously work better with, a lot of them work better with darker backgrounds, so they might have looked a bit odd then, but yeah, we're going to use this one, and that's it for the text. So we just need to look at applying the pattern now. If you see, we've got the kind of this funky pattern in the background. You could individually put each one in place using the icon font, but I've pre-made some patterns which are kind of like repeatable to save you some time. So above the background layer, I'm going to create a new layer just by pressing this button here, and then I'm going to go to Window and Patterns, and you can see the Neo Retro patterns here in this folder that the 4 of them are included, and you just click the one you want to use. So I think the one I used was, yeah, this second one on the front cover image, Neo Pattern 2. And yeah, it's kind of looking a bit busy at the moment because the text is in the way. So so I'm going to just so I'm selecting the move tool, and then I'm selecting the pattern fill in the layers panel, and I'm just kind of moving the pattern into a place that I'm happy with, which kind of covers all of the background areas quite nicely. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to right click and rasterize the pattern layer so we can edit it now. So what I want to do is select the eraser tool and just delete those bits that fall behind the text. In fact, I'm going to leave this one here because I think that would look better if we kind of moved it down into the corner. So I'm going to delete that. No, I'm not going to delete that triangle. I'm going to select the rectangular marquee tool to select this triangle, and then select the move tool and just kind of move it to where it looks a bit better. And then select this little icon here, choose the move tool, put it down in that corner. And I think we've left a little bit of background there behind the text, so I'll just tidy that up. And then I'm going to move this dot just over here. I think that looks good. So we're going to look at changing the colors of just a few of those background patterns. So I'm going to use these 2 colors that are applied with the text style, the pink and the blue. So I'm going to select the foreground color in the tools panel, and then use the eyedropper tool to select the pink, and then the background color I'm going to select the kind of turquoisey color, and then I'm going to add a layer above the pattern layer, and I'm going to right click and create clipping mask. So anything we color on this layer is going to be applied to the pattern layer below. So if you see, I've got the pink color as the foreground color, and then using the brush tool, make sure you have a hard brush selected, and then you can just kind of paint the icons that you want to change the color of. So I'll make a few of them pink. Yeah, that looks good. And then I'll make a few, I'm going to switch the colours over here. So we've got the kind of turquoisey colour as a foreground colour, and then just apply that to some of the other ones. And yeah, there we go, guys. Actually, that text, I'm going to select the text group, move tool. That's not quite centered, I don't think. And yeah, there you have it, guys. Very quick, simple way to recreate the same sort of style that I used on the preview images for my Neo Retro font. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope you like the font. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. It's sam@setsailstudios.com, or you can leave a comment on the video, and I will see you on the next video.